So, welcome back everybody to the second new map, which is Battle of Kursk. This is a rather large map. I'm using a number of AI tanks, which are duking out here on the left on a field with the Germans against the Russians. The Russians have T-34s, the Germans have various, I think it's various models of Panzers, and they're both supported by artillery. And I'm normally using this more right side of the map, here, through this forested hill side here, where normally you do encounter some enemies here, but if you don't, as I do do not in this game, actually, you can circle around and start attacking the enemy supporting units. I think they are Katyusha rocket launchers, the artillery units and their support units, as well as the anti-aircraft guns protecting them. This map is, especially when you compare it to the jungle map or the older maps, this one is a rather large map. It can basically take some time. I've seen me here cut away part of the way the time I've used to travel over here, especially with the slopes, and because most of the tanks aren't that fast. This is not a small map by any means. And as you can see me here opening fire on the supporting units. This battle really pans out over a large area, because normally you have on the northeastern quadrant of the map, you have an engagement normally involving at least one or two tanks by each side, which try to cover this hillside and prevent the enemies from doing what I'm doing in this particular video here. And then you have several other tanks or other players controlling both of the sides of the valley, you will see later on, and trying to influence the battle in the main fighting area. The objective of this map is actually to kill off all the enemy tanks, kill all the supporting units, and then capture the A point. And you will see in a second that in this game actually the enemy takes possession of the point A for several minutes, and making us almost lose this game. There you can see very clearly in the rangefinder or in the scope this rocket propelled artillery. And I haven't really found this out or tried this out yet, but I think if you have if you could use your coaxial machine gun on this coax gun, you could actually use the coax to basically destroy all these units here, because these units are rather lightly armored. I tried on a different playthrough, I tried to run them over, but unfortunately for me, this doesn't work. You can see me here. Oh, this one is another one, but there's some kind of command car here, which I tried running over with my tank, which should have basically resulted in them being crushed flat, but it doesn't work yet. I hope that Gaijin will implement it later on, because, I mean, it's strange to clip through an enemy with or support unit with your tank, especially if you can ram other tanks very well in this game already. So what you see me here is basically now I've swung around to the northern part, and now I'm closing in on the second or on the spawn area of the enemies, and you can see there's this enemy self-propelled gun, which I ambushed from the side. Beautiful cook-off here from the ammo, and this is something I really can't say enough. This game just looks gorgeous, because it is actually it's very, very good looking. It's very detailed, even though you can't shoot at you can't drive through enemy tanks. You can very well shoot at the shoot at them and see them explode in great detail, and see impact damage on your tank and on the enemy tanks. You see there's a this tank actually spawned. I thought we already had this in the back, but even though the current iteration says no respawn, on this map you do respawn, and there are 2 tanks here that are actually respawning. And this one, I basically on the 3rd shot, he is invulnerability. Sorry, try again. His invulnerability wore off, and I could actually hit him. So this is one of the rather strange things that can happen, as well as the basic drawback that you have by basically camping the spawn point here. You can see there he is again. And I'm basically shooting right through him. Not hitting him, and he's basically gone. So at this point we're actually killed all the enemy players. All that remains now are AI pilots, and this is one thing that, if you, for example, have listened to the latest Iron and Blood from Bismarck, which I highly recommend you do, and I will link them in the description below, is one of the things that's really ruining part of the fun of the game, because at several points in either ground forces or the actual air combat, you have parts of your mission where you basically have won because there are no enemies left, but you can't actually finish the mission because you have AI still in the game, and either, like Bismarck said, you're getting shot down or actually crash and the enemy wins even though you were the last players alive. Or as in this point, you can see the A point is captured by Russians, so we're slowly losing, and fortunately for me I have 2 teammates that are about to recapture A, while I'm basically spelling havoc here in the behind enemy lines, and now coming in from the rear to attack the enemy defense positions. And this is something I have to say I totally agree with Bismarck on. I don't see the reason why a battle has to rage on even all the players on one side are gone basically, and you don't have anything left to fight. Why do I have to rumble around on this battlefield here for several minutes, shooting at some support units, support artillery, anti-aircraft guns and stuff, just to win this game? I mean, there's no one else left here. There are 3 players from our team, and there's none of the enemies. So this, I wanted to cut to this part here, because here you can see this is basically the main battlefield after one of the battles took place. You can see there are lots of burning wrecks. There are wrecks like this. This is a knocked out T-34, I think, which I'm not sure. In simulator battles, you can never be sure if this AI is really dead or not. So I'm putting several shots into him. Here you can see my teammates have just captured A. And this is why I love this game mode. Even though I have to play it for several minutes past the last enemy player being killed. This is simply... yeah, I'm taking pot shots at airplanes at this stage because I'm so annoyed. There are several IL-2s circling overhead, and they are part of the mission basically, and are attacking ground forces as well as the enemy artillery points. They are actually attacking you as a player, but still, this graphical fidelity that you see here. Lots of smoke, lots of things burning on up until you can see basically to the horizon. There's these pillars of smoke everywhere. Tank traps, wonderful textured hillsides and all. This is why I really love this game, and why I really with these spotting mechanics as they are in simulator battles. I really enjoy this kind of game mode, and I wish that the air combat, which I'm currently, I have to say that I'm not too keen on. I really wish that they could employ something similar to this, some kind of mode similar to this. So, with that, I want to leave you with a short view of the camouflage settings from the tanks. You can see here there are different camouflages. You can say which state your camouflage is in, as well as scale and rotation, which comes in handy for the custom ones. While you can while you're queuing, you can only access the modifications, and you can see there are different ammo types here for the tank. Basically armor piercing, heat, and explosives, high explosives. So with that, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed this look at the Kursk map, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.